Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we'll be taking a look at my predictions for the Game Awards 2025. Who's gonna win Game of the Year and who's gonna win every individual category? Well, it's up to me to find out. And of course, it is very subjective. It is my personal opinion, and you have your different opinions. So, with that being said, let's take a look at my predictions for the Game Awards. Alright, so now we are, unfortunately, if you see any of my votes here that I've already placed, the reason why I did this is because I was recorded this on OBS, and while I was voting this, I realized that my mic isn't on, so I just realized that you couldn't even hear me what I'm trying to say. So here we are. So best esports team. So I'm not really into like all these esports teams. I'm not really caught up with the the current trend landscape of esports. But if I really I like a toss up, like out of the five, I would say Team Liquid, PH. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have any affiliation with any of these esports teams. I mean, I really not even into Mobile Legends all that much. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so here we go. We have best esports athlete. And once again, here we got all of these esports athletes that I don't know about. So again, a toss up here. I would say Forsaken. If that, like, I mean, it can go any way. It's just that I'm not really into esports all that much. Alright, so something that I am probably familiar with. We have best esports game. So the best esports games here, we have Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, and Valorant. So I chose Counter-Strike 2 because, look, these are very popular esports games. Let's be real. I mean, you got Valorant here. I'm sure there might be a point in which Valorant might be in the running. League of Legends might also be in the running to win the award. I don't think Mobile Legends and Dota 2 are gonna. But my personal favorite, I would say Counter-Strike 2, because you know what, I'm really like a fan of FPS shooters. I'm not really into like these there's a battle arena multiplayer things. So, but first-person shooter, I mean, Valorant's also a first-person shooter, but I would say Counter-Strike 2 might win in this category. All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, content creator of the year. I gotta say, this has got to be by far, in my opinion, the most exciting category ever. Because come on, man, you got this guy, Kai Cenat, Penguin Zero, Sakuramiko, and the Burnt Peanut. And let's just get things out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. My boy, Penguin Zero, is officially nominated for Content Creator of the Year. This has been way long overdue. There is no doubt in my mind that I don't vote for Penguin Zero. I think this guy is great as a YouTuber and a streamer. Like, he streams video games, that's for sure. Like, of course, the latest games, and of course, when I know about Penguin Zero, is that he also talks about content, and also about like current affairs that is happening around the world, like the United States or anywhere. He don't use, and that is one of the reasons why I was up to date with everything that I know about around the world. Like, those police body cam footage, all this funny stuff. But no offense, but Penguin Zero has made me like more aware about what's happening around the world, and of course, he also streams video games, and even the latest ones. And don't get me wrong, Kai Cenat is also another great streamer. I know him for like playing Madden as well. He's also like a great Madden player, as far as I know. But man, Penguin Zero, you gotta have to give it to the GOAT. You gotta have to give it to the GOAT, man. So yeah, much critical. I'm voting for this guy, no doubt about it. Alright, so moving on, here we have most anticipated game. So the most anticipated games here, we have 007, First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem, and The Witcher 4. Okay, now, Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm glad Grand Theft Auto 6 is still most anticipated, which is great. But I might be skeptical about Grand Theft Auto 6 now, because Rockstar kept on delaying GTA 6 for like, I don't know how long, but probably around like 2026 or something. They said. I mean, as far as I know, it's this delayed to 2026. Is it? Is it delayed to 2026? Let me check again. Ah, so it is. So it is delayed until November 19th, 2026. So of course it is way beyond. Like, it's like a year after like the planned 2025 release date. So yeah, I just hope it does come out very polished, and I just hope that there is still hype about this game. So that's a W. That's a great thing. All right, so now Marvel's Wolverine. I would say, I mean, if you're a Marvel fan, I'm sure you like Wolverine. I'm not sure if anyone else would love to play Wolverine. 007, first thing, if you're not a James Bond fan, I don't really think you are excited for this. Resident Evil Requiem and The Witcher 4, man, I don't know, man. I mean, like these two games might win this category, but I had to go with my gut. I had to go with my gut, man. I would say GTA 6. I just hope that it still wins most anticipated game. I just really hope, but I could be proven wrong. GTA 6 might not win most anticipated game, but it's all right. Still, Grand Theft Auto 6, it would still be my personal favorite most anticipated game of the year. Moving on to, oh boy, best adaptation. Okay, so what do we have here? We got Minecraft, Devil May Cry, Splinter Cell, Last of Us, and Until Dawn. And I have a problem with this. I have a genuine problem with this. Can you tell me what game movie isn't on there? I give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sonic 3. Sonic 3 was ineligible for a nomination last year. I thought it might be nominated this year, but boy was I wrong. Instead, what do we got? Until Dawn. Who watches that? Splinter Cell. I mean Splinter Cell. I mean there are Splinter Cell fans, but I don't know, man. Devil May Cry. From what I can tell, it's actually really good. Last of Us Season 2, I don't think it might win, personally. But the real stinker, man, the Minecraft movie. They had a Minecraft movie on this category. Like, what the fuck? I gave it a 4 out of 10 in my brutally honest review, and they still even nominated this. Oh boy. Now you see why I have a problem. Like Sonic 3 should have been one of the nominees here, but of course we'll just have to, let's see elimination. By elimination here, I would say Minecraft movie and Until Dawn. We can just cross that one out. Splinter Cell Death Watch. I know there are fans of this show, but I don't think it's like very popular compared to like Last of Us, then Devil May Cry, to be honest. Last of Us 2, so it might be a toss up between Last of Us 2 or Devil May Cry. But after seeing all these things with The Last of Us Season 2, I don't know, man. I might have to go with Devil May Cry on this. I don't know, because look. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I personally I would say Sonic 3. If Sonic 3 were to be here, like, no doubt that I'm gonna vote for Sonic 3. It might be in contention with Devil May Cry as well and Last of Us as well. So, but it's such a shame that Sonic 3 isn't there, because honestly, I would say Sonic 3 is like the best Sonic movie out of all the Sonic movies that we have right now, and it still isn't even nominated. Like, what the fuck is this? But anyway, my vote for this will be Devil May Cry, and that will be best adaptation. Alright, moving on, we have Best Multiplayer. So, of course, we had the multiplayer games. Here we have Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Reign, Peak, and Split Fiction. So, oh boy. Arc Raiders, another recent entry, I would say. Battlefield 6, that's another one of them. So, Arc Raiders is like an extraction shooter. Of course, you got Battlefield 6, Elden Ring Night Reign. So, I really want to go not like the common route or something. Because I know for a fact that those there's like this thing, like, like these things would win instead of these common answers. I'm not saying that these games are bad. I'm not saying that these games are bad, but from what I mean, Battlefield 6, that's another decent entry. I'm not saying that it is great or amazing. It's an alright game. Our creators, extraction shooter. I'm not really into extraction shooter. Elden Ring, Night Rain, another good RPG, but I don't think it deserves best multiplayer. So if you want to ask me, it's either Peak or Split Fiction. And and also, by the way, Landfall. I do know Landfall. The makers of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. That's a great studio here. But Peak or Split Fiction. Okay, so best multiplayer. It's either Peak or Split Fiction. I might do a toss up here. I think I would say Split Fiction. I think Hazelight managed to make another good game. I mean, after It Takes Two, and I think Split Fiction might win best multiplayer. I could be wrong. I think Peak might win, but my personal vote is Split Fiction, obviously. Alright, so here we have best sports racing game. So you have EA FC 26, F1 25, Mario Kart World Rematch, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. And of course, we'll just get rid of the ones that I think that it won't win. All these EA games, I don't think they're gonna win. I think everybody can see that now. And you know what? I think when it comes to these sports racing games, I think this category is much better than last year, I would say. Mario Kart World, given the mixed reviews, I don't think it's gonna happen. Of course, the Switch 2 debacle. So it is a toss-up between Rematch and Sonic Racing Crossroads, and I'm going Sonic Racing Crossroads. Fuck it. I'm just gonna vote for Sonic Racing Crossroads. I mean, the marketing for this. The marketing for this game, like, they literally trolled Mario Kart World. Like, the commercial for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, it just makes you think that this is like the superior product to compare to this bullshit that is Mario Kart World. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure Rematch has an audience to it, but man, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, man, I think it has much more of an audience given the fact that it is from the Sonic IP. But again, I could be proven wrong. I think Rematch might have a chance to winning this, but for me personally, Sonic Racing Crossroads, let's fucking go. Alright, so moving on, we have Best Sim Strategy. So the games here, we have Final Fantasy Tactics, Jurassic World Evolution 3, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, The Alters, and 2 Point Museum. So let's just face it, I don't think 2 Point Museum will win this one. So we were down to like this 5 here. So Jurassic World Evolution, I don't think it's gonna win. I'm not really like a RTS kind of guy, but from what I can tell, I would say, like, I don't know, man. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics. I mean, there's Final Fantasy Tactics there, but man, I think Civilization 7. I don't know. There's something about Civilization 7 that caught my attention, but I'm not really a fan of RTS. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, so moving on, we have Best Family Game. So the best family games we have here are Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and Split Fiction. Okay, again, we got Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing. Split Fiction's right there. I think it's another great game, but if you want me to eliminate the games that I would think that are not gonna win, I would say Lego Party. All these Lego games, I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think Donkey Kong is gonna win. I don't think Mario Kart World is gonna win. Look, I might be wrong that Donkey Kong Bonanza might win Best Family Game, but for me personally, I would say it's either Sonic Racing Crossworld or Split Fiction, because I would say these two are very great games. But if you really want family fun, like entertainment, because Split Fiction is basically 2 players, I would say again, Sonic Racing Crossroads. I would say I think this game is really fun for the family. Of course, you got cross-play, online. So if I'm gonna be honest here, I think Sonic Racing Crossroads might win this category. If I'm being honest. Alright, so moving on, here we have Best Fighting Games. So the nominees here, we have 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, Fatal Fury, Mortal Kombat, and Virtual Fighter. And And I'm gonna be honest, right now, straight up. I don't really like this category. This category is like boring. I just like nothing. There's nothing here that really stands out. It really goes like, wow, this is great. I mean, it's not like last year where we have like Tekken 8 and like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This ain't it, man. But I don't know, man. I mean, Capcom. I mean, these Capcom Fight Collection. I'm going to Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I don't think these two are gonna win. If I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Fatal Fury, not really into Fatal Fury. So it's, I mean, there's two at Kyo, but if I'm gonna be honest, I would say Virtual Fighter because, I mean, it's not like a last year which like there's a clear winner like Tekken 8 or Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and Tekken, like they're both fun like last year, and it feels like a competition. But here you're basically games that I don't give a shit about. So I'm gonna just go get a toss up here. It's gonna be Virtual Fighter 5. I could be proven wrong. Like any of these other games might win this category, but me personally, I think Virtual Fighter 5 is gonna be my my vote for that. Alright, so moving on, here we have Best RPG. Of course, you do have Avowed, Expedition 33, Kingdom Come 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2. And I think you might already know what my decision is. I know a lot of you guys in comments would tell me, but before I get to what I'm gonna pick, I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I mean, that's another great competitor. That's another great competitor to Expedition 33. I don't know about Avowed. Outer Worlds 2, I've heard that there are like terrible things about it. Monster Hunter Wilds, that's another great game. But I don't know, man. I mean, the fact that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a great competitor, but man, Expedition 33, you cannot change that fact. I think Expedition 33 is like arguably the best RPG right now in 2025. And I think when we see Expedition 33 in the other categories, I'm gonna tell you it might have a fighting chance. I'm not saying that it will be my vote, but I mean they have a fight. I mean this game has a fighting chance once we continue voting down the line. Moving on, here we have Best Action Adventure. So the 5 nominees are Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Hollow Knight Silksong, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Split Fiction. And oh boy, Hollow Knight Silksong. And then you got Death Stranding 2 as well. So we really got competition here. I mean, look, Indiana Jones is another great one. I'm gonna say that, but I don't think Split Fiction might be in the running for this. I mean, Ghost of Yotei is also in there, but me personally, it's like I don't know, Hollow Knight Silksong or Death Stranding 2. I mean, there are some people that voted for Death Stranding 2, but I want to go for my gut here. I would say Hollow Knight Silksong. I don't know, man. Look, Hollow Knight Silksong it's like everybody's most anticipated game, and then it finally came out, and I just really hope that Hollow Knight Silksong do win awards for that. So I mean, we will see if it's gonna happen, if it's gonna win Game of the Year, but so yeah, I think we could see Hollow Knight Silksong win awards. So we'll see about that. Alright, here we have Best Action Game. So the nominees here are Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not familiar with Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I mean Shinobi, the only thing I've heard about Shinobi is basically the original game. Of course, it's a Sega property, that's for sure. You got Ninja Gaiden as well, Hades 2. Doom the Dark Ages and Battlefield 6, I would say, like, they're alright, but I don't think they're gonna win Best Action Game. So I'm not sure with Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden 4. I think Hades 2 might take it. I don't know because I also thought that Ninja Gaiden 4, I think Shinobi might also be on the running as well, so I might be proven wrong, but personally I would say Hades 2 might win this category, so fingers crossed for that. Alright, so here we have Best VR AR. So the nominees are Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcane Age, Ghost Town, Deadpool VR, and The Midnight Walk. Okay, so I mean Marvel's Deadpool. I would say, I mean there are some things I would say there's something good about it. I mean that's for sure. I think this is like definitely a better Deadpool game than the High Moon one. That's for sure. But I don't think. I mean I don't think this alone can help it win best VR AR. I mean Midnight Walk and Ghost Town might be like might be a sleeper, might be some sleeper game that need those like sleeper games that you should not like sleep on. But again, I also because I'm also very familiar with Alien, so fuck it, I'm gonna go with Alien here because I mean I don't know, man. I'm also familiar with Deadpool, but I just don't think that alone can also I mean that might also apply to Alien, but the thing is Alien has like a has like a different approach to the VR AR kind of thing. And of course, you must not forget these sleeper kind of games that you can't even sleep on. So yeah, as far as VR AR, I would say Alien Rogue Incursion. Who knows really? But anyways, that is my vote for best VR AR. All right. So here we have. Oh boy, best mobile game. Yeah, so nominees: Destiny, Rising, Persona 5, Sonic Rumble, whatever this game is, and Wuthering Waves. Again, these games I'm not very familiar with. I mean, Sonic Rumble. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think this might win. I mean, Persona 5. I think there are Persona fans. Destiny. Is this the same franchise as like the? It's like the one from like Destiny 1 and 2. If that's so, I am not voting for that. I just don't think that might be in that. But if I'm gonna be honest here, I mean I don't care about all these games, mobile games that much. I don't play all. I don't really care about all this. But if I have to go for what game I would say might win, I would say Wuthering Waves. Even though I'm not really like too into this game. I don't really care about this game all that much, but I'm sure that there's a chance. There might be a chance. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. All right, so moving on to best debut indie. Do I really have to explain this? All right, so now we move on to best independent game. And I don't want to vote for that just yet because we might have competition. Here. Hades 2 and Hollow Knight Silk Song. Oh boy. Look, Hollow Knight Silk Song, let's be real. I mean, it's another amazing game. I would say people are also anticipated for this. Hades 2. I would say these are like the top 3 when it comes to being in contention for this category. But I don't know, man. I think it might go to Expedition 33 again. I don't know because the thing about Hollow Knight Silk Song is that it is really like the most hyped game and everybody praising. But I don't know, man. There's something in me that tells me that it's basically just a sequel to Hollow Knight. And yeah, we've seen that happen with God of War Ragnarok. People are praising God of War Ragnarok, but it ultimately lost to Elden Ring because of the fact that it is a sequel to God of War 2018. So I don't know, man. I mean, Hollow Knight Silk Song has like has more engaging gameplay than God of War Ragnarok in my opinion, but man, Expedition 33 might have a high chance of winning that. But still, a very competitive category. Very competitive. Alright, so moving on to Best Community Support. So the nominees here are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. And can we just get this thing out of the way? I don't think Fortnite's gonna win this category. Like I think everybody knows about it. I think there are people that says I don't play Fortnite. I mean, I don't really care about any Fortnite stuff. I mean, No Man's Sky, I did play some of No Man's Sky, but I don't think it's gonna win Best Community Supports. But if you really want to ask me, I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 or Helldivers 2. I don't know, man, but Baldur's Gate 3 is a really great game. It even won Game of the Year in 2023. But I don't know, man. Something tells me that Helldivers 2 might gonna take it. Now, look, I'm not saying that Baldur's Gate 3 is bad or anything. No, it is still a great game. It's still a masterpiece. But I think when it comes to the ongoing community support, I think Helldivers 2 has much more attention than Baldur's Gate 3 as far as I know of. So that is why I think Helldivers 2 will take this category, in my opinion anyway. And moving on to this category, in which I would say this is gonna be so much fun. Best ongoing game. And do you see that? Overwatch 2? Oh my god. Marvel Rivals is in this category. Take that, Overwatch 2. In all seriousness, Fortnite, nah, it's not gonna take it. Best ongoing game, No Man's Sky, nah, it's not gonna take it. Final Fantasy 14, probably not. So it's either Helldivers 2 or Marvel Rivals. I mean, look, Helldivers 2 has great updates, which I would say. I mean, it is kind of bogged down by the PlayStation Network kind of fiasco, but man, there's something about Marvel Rivals that screams out aura to me. I'm not totally biased. I mean, this came out in a time in which people are growing disdain on Overwatch. Like, they shut down the original Overwatch and they forced people to play Overwatch 2, and in which people are so pissed off they decided to play Marvel Rivals, and that is what I'm voting for. Marvel Rivals, best ongoing game, period. Now let's move on to a category that I don't give a damn shit about, and that is games for impact. Now look, I mean, these games, it does appeal to some people, but honestly not for me anyway. So I don't know, man. I mean, South of Midnight, I've heard about South of Midnight. Like, these other games, I don't know what these really are, but South of Midnight, like the one with the Spider-Verse style animation. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, out of all these games, I just really want to do a toss-up here. I would say Lost Records. Look, I'm not really into this category. I'm not really into this category, so I think we'll just probably move on to the next one. Again, another category that I'm not really familiar with. Here we got innovation in accessibility. So we got Assassin's Creed, Adamfall, Dark Ages, EAFC, South of Midnight. Again, another category I don't give a shit about. But one thing's for sure. If Assassin's Creed Shadows win this category, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. Really. I mean, EAFC 26. I don't think it's gonna win this one. If any of these two win, I'm gonna crash out. I don't know, man. I would say Doom, the Dark Ages. Again, it's another category that I am not too familiar with. So we'll just probably, for the sake of it, let's just move on. Alright, so here we go. Here we have Best Performance. So you have Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, and Jennifer English of Expedition 33, Erika Ishii of Yote, Konatsu Kato from Silent Hill F, and Troy Baker and from Indiana Jones. Okay, let me be real with this. Okay, let me be real. I love Troy Baker as a voice actor. I mean, he did Loki from Lego Marvel. He also did something like the Batman, like, you know, those Batman characters. I would say Troy Baker. I would say he also does Jazz from Transformers War for Cybertron. He does all of these video game voice actors. If you know him from like the 2000s to like the 2010s, I think you know who Troy Baker is. But I gotta be honest, I don't think it will win like Best Performance. I mean, Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, Jennifer English, I don't know, man. Konatsu Kato, well, I don't know, man. Like there's, I mean, Troy Baker is one I'm familiar with, but I just feel like there's something in me that tells me that even like the most popular ones won't even win this. But if I'm gonna be honest here, I don't know. I would say, man, this is a very hard pick. I mean, Ben Starr, he also voiced Clive Rosfield in Final Fantasy 16, but I don't know, man. I gotta have to do a toss up here. I would say Konatsu Kato from Silent Hill F, but I don't know. It might go to the Expedition 33 actors here. So I might be wrong in this, and I mean, if any of these Expedition 33 actors have won this category, hey, I just have to admit it, I'm wrong, but I'm happy for it. So yeah, that's it for Best Performance. All right, so yeah, oh my god, I think my battery's about to die. I got like 28% right now because I'm probably also using OBS to record all of this. But here we go, best audio design. Here we go, Battlefield 6, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, and Silent Hill F. I don't think it's gonna go to Battlefield 6 as much as I know that this game's alright. I don't think it's gonna go to Battlefield 6. Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2, best audio design. I don't know, man. I think it might go to, I don't know, Death Stranding 2. I don't know much of Death Stranding 2, but when it comes to audio design, I'm definitely sure it might go to Death Stranding 2. I'm just going with my gut. Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be either Expedition 33, Yotei, or Silent Hill F. But for me, I would go with my gut saying Death Stranding 2. Alright, so here we go. We have best score and music. So we have Hollow Knight Silksong, Hades 2, Expedition 33, Ghost of Yotei, and Death Stranding 2. I mean, I know about Expedition 33 having some bangers here and there, but I don't know, man. I might go for Expedition 33 though. I could be wrong because there are some in contention like Death Stranding 2, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong. I don't know, man, but I think Expedition 33 might win this category, in my opinion, anyway. Alright, so here we have Best Art Direction. So the nominees are Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight. So, oh boy. I would say the top three, I would say Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong. But, I mean, when it comes to art direction, I don't know, man. It might go to Expedition 33. I don't know if I might see Expedition 33 sweeping the awards here. I mean, Hollow Knight Silksong might be another great contender here. I don't know, man. It's either Expedition 33 or Hollow Knight Silksong. I mean, I don't know. My mind says Expedition 33, but my heart says Hollow Knight Silksong. So, fuck it. I'm gonna go for Hollow Knight Silksong. I could be wrong about it. I think Expedition 33 might also win this one. If Expedition 33 win this or any other games, man, I would just say I'm wrong. But hey, at least Hollow Knight is there. At least Hollow Knight is there. Alright, so here we have Best Narrative. So we got Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Kingdom Come, and Silent Hill F. So, okay, so am I one of those that would say that it's gonna go to like the movie game kind of like game, you know, like Death Stranding 2? I mean, the thing about it is that it might be in the running, if I'm gonna be honest. So, I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 might also have a great narrative as far as I know. But I mean, Expedition 33 also has a great narrative. So I want to say Death Stranding 2, but I would think Expedition 33 might sweep this. I mean, these are also great narratives as far as I know of, but man, I think Expedition 33 might have a chance at sweeping it. No doubt about it. Alright, and here we have Best Game Direction. Now, I don't know, man. I mean, there's like these games are, I mean, these games need no introduction, but I don't know, man. When it comes to Best Game Direction, it's probably like the same as Game of the Year, so fuck it. I would say Expedition 33 again. I mean, it might have a chance at it. I don't know. There are other games in this category might have a chance at it, but I'm just gonna go with my mind here. Best Game Direction, Expedition 33. And speaking of Expedition 33, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at Game of the Year. So the Game of the Year contenders here we have Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Oh boy, we have competition here. Like, there's no doubt about it. So let's do the elimination process. I would say Donkey Kong Bonanza, no, I don't think it's gonna win. Hades 2, as much as I like the fact that there's a fan base for Hades 2, I don't think it's gonna win. Death Stranding 2, I don't think it's gonna win. It's basically a movie game. I don't think it deserves Game of the Year. So now we're in the top three: Expedition 33, Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance. So if you want to ask me what are my two choices for Game of the Year, Expedition 33 or Hollow Knight Silksong, there's no doubt about it. But that's where I got into a crossroads. Okay, Hollow Knight Silksong, one of the most hyped games of all time. Hollow Knight Silksong came out, rave reviews, everybody loved it. Expedition 33 came out recently, set a new standard for RPGs. I don't know, man. These two games like the top 2 games of 2025. I mean, I also got this on Game Pass as well. So if I'm being honest here, I'm stuck between Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Expedition 33. But if Hollow Knight can prove me wrong, if Silksong can prove me wrong on this, hats off to Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Team Cherry. Hats off to them for proving me wrong. But, ladies and gentlemen, for the moment you've all been waiting for, my pick for Game of the Year will have to ultimately go for Expedition 33. That will be my Game of the Year vote. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I've done all of the votes. You can see here, I have done all of the votes. Thank God I did it right before my battery is about to die. Thank God. Because I'm recording this on a laptop. It's not like a PC or anything. But we've made it, guys. And my Game of the Year will have to be, once again, Expedition 33. Unless Team Cherry and Hollow Knight Silksong can prove me wrong. If they can prove me wrong, and if they win Game of the Year, hats off to them. But anyways, guys, that concludes all my votes for the Game Award nominees, and I'll catch you guys at the outro. Hey, so Kevin the Lonewolf from the future here. You can see right now I have my top 3 snubs of the Game Awards 2025. And yeah, so let's go through from left to right. So starting off, we have Sonic 3. I think a lot of people can agree with this, because Sonic 3 was snubbed from the Game Awards 2025 for the Best Adaptation category, because the thing is, Sonic 3 was released on late December 2024. That was after the Game Awards, and you can clearly tell it is not eligible for the Game Awards 2024 because it was released after the Game Awards. So I was thinking that maybe it might be nominated for next year's Game Awards, which is in 2025. So the nominations are in for Best Adaptation. Sonic 3 wasn't even there. Instead, we got like a Minecraft movie, in which I would say that it is not a good adaptation for Minecraft. And of course, you have shows and movies that people don't give a shit about, like Until Dawn. Like, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? There's an Until Dawn movie? Like, nah, fuck that shit. So yeah, disappointed that Sonic 3 got snubbed at the Game Awards 2025. I just hope that the Minecraft movie doesn't win Best Adaptation. Otherwise, I'm gonna crash out. Alright, so the next one on the middle, we have Schedule 1, and I gotta be honest, I would say that Schedule 1, if I'm gonna be honest, if I run the Game Awards, I would put Schedule 1 on Best Debut Indie, because we gotta have to respect it, man. You gotta have to respect the devs that only has one person that can make a good game. Like, you got the developers of Lethal Company and then Schedule 1. Like, these games are made by one person, and they make a good game. And especially with Lethal Company, it even has like multiplayer, probably like local multiplayer. I don't even know how the multiplayer works for Lethal Company, but still, one person that can make a good game is a massive accomplishment, and I think the gaming industry should respect that. And of course, we do have Oblivion Remastered. Obviously, it's not nominated in the Game Awards, but the reason why I think it's a snub, because everybody loves it. And then the fact that, you got the previous Game Awards, probably like 2023, like, in which they put in Resident Evil 4 Remake for some reason. So like, it's really inconsistent, right? I mean, in hindsight, because in 2023 you got Resident Evil 4 Remake. So what does that mean? Are remakes and remasters are gonna be in the Game Awards? Like it's really confusing. And given the fact that you have like Oblivion Remastering, which everybody loves it, and then he didn't even get nominated, so it's really inconsistent. So yeah, so these are my top 3 snubs for the Game Awards 2025. And before I get to the outro, really, just a side tangent, I really want to point out the background, because I don't know about you, but there's something in me that tells me about one particular event that's going to happen on February 2026. Here, I'm going to give you the logo. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Now I know people are gonna get turned off by my conspiracy theory. I don't give a fuck if it works for the previous years. I might as well just do it again. But man, I just hope that the game of the year will predict the Super Bowl winner. I know a lot of people doesn't even care about that conspiracy. They might not agree with me, but I don't give a fuck. But anyways, yeah, back to the outro. And that's gonna be it for my predictions on the Game Awards 2025. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do agree with my predictions, do give it a like, comment down below about your predictions for the Game Awards 2025. Subscribe to my channel for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuce out.